female that your son shot at, she has died.
Nobody meant to shoot this woman. It was an accident.
She said shoot around her and not towards her, and that's what I did. Not gonna say I didn't, because I'd protect my mom again.
Meet Christina Withrow and her deranged son, Christian, who couldn't care less about shooting an innocent woman, and together these two think they can get away with it. But very soon, they will get outsmarted by detectives because of one simple mistake.
If she was walking towards you, why is there a gunshot in her back? I have to go deliver the news to somebody's family that their daughter or their mother is dead. Your son has to answer for that, okay, because he pulled the trigger.
Sometime around noon on April 3rd, 2023, dozens of 911 calls began pouring in from an apartment complex in Albuquerque, New Mexico. According to callers, they had just seen two individuals shoot a woman in the building's parking lot. When officers from the Albuquerque Police Department arrived, they found 31-year-old Monique Garcia fighting for her life. She had been shot 3 times and was rushed to the hospital, where she would succumb to her injuries. Fortunately, detectives had their prime lead standing right next to Monique. 44-year-old Christina Withrow, a resident of the complex, was attempting to hide bullet casings from the gun used to shoot Monique. Oddly enough, Christina immediately admitted to being the shooter. But witness testimonies told an entirely different story. According to their statements, Christina wasn't the shooter. Her 18-year-old son, Christian Crespin, was. After shooting Monique, Christian had flipped her off as she lay dying on the ground. Then his mother told him to run away, which he did. However, there was one worrying part about this incident, the fact that Monique was charging towards them before being shot. So was this simply a case of self-defense, or was it murder? To find out, detectives began a relentless manhunt to find the actual shooter. And 24 hours later, Christian was found hiding at his friend's house. He was arrested. Both him and his mother were brought in for questioning to determine whether these two were cold-blooded killers, or were they just trying to defend themselves. The following footage has been provided to us by the Albuquerque Police Department.
Christian, what's your phone number? Awesome. Cool. So tell me a little bit about yourself. How are you, in general?
I don't know, just usually chill with my friends.
Yeah.
Work.
Nice. Where do you work at?
Chevron.
Chevron. Which one do you work at?
The one on San Mateo, Montgomery.
Ooh, that's a busy one. How do you like it?
That's pretty nice.
Yeah.
You got a lot of homeless come in and stuff.
Do you like sports or anything like that?
Yeah, I like football.
Football? I don't know much about football. Did Wisconsin,
The football team?
Yeah.
Packers, they're alright.
Yeah. That's not your team though?
No.
What's your team?
The 49ers.
Ooh, intervision. Alright, I get it. That's fine.
For the next 30 minutes, detectives engage in small talk with Christian. However, that's not all it is. It's a masterclass in building rapport. At this point in time, Christian is an 18-year-old, fresh off of a homicide. Consequently, he's tense and emotionally shut down. With the detective having a casual conversation with him, he clearly becomes much more relaxed than when he first entered the room. Because when they finally shift to questioning him about the shooting, Christian will crack open.
How was yesterday? Talk to me about your day yesterday.
I don't know, just nothing really. Bought a new tire. Got something to eat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What happened to your tire?
It's getting old, so I had to replace it. It was getting bald, so.
Nice. It was expensive.
Yeah.
How much was it?
Well, I only paid $45 for it.
Oh,
But,
where'd you go? You went in the hood somewhere to get that kind of a deal.
It's Chato's Tire Shop on
Chatos.
Zuni, past Louisiana.
Okay. Chato.
Yeah.
I'll check it out for some tires. Louisiana and Zuni's.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Where'd you get to go eat? Or did you go by yourself?
Just Wendy's.
Nice. Where'd you get there?
Just a Frosty.
I haven't had a Frosty in a minute. Those are good. You get fries?
Yeah.
You gotta get the fries and the fries. Who'd you go to eat with?
My mom.
Nice. Christina, right?
Yeah.
What time did you guys do that?
I think it was around like 10.
Oh, you went early.
Yeah. Because They open around like 8:30, so we went at like around 9.
Okay.
Get the tire replaced. So
Oh, around 9.
yeah.
Are you able to like, I mean, I guess because you work on your own cars, like, so did they replace your tire or you replaced it?
Well, I take it off and then I just take it to them, so they don't
Oh.
charge me the labor fee for the putting it on the car and taking it off.
Gotcha. Okay. What time did you get home from Wendy's?
Wendy's around 10:30-ish.
Okay. What'd you do when you got home?
I was just changing the tire.
Oh, okay. Did you have your impact tool?
No.
No. So talk to me about when you were changing your tire. Talk to me about that.
I don't know. She was just talking to me while I was changing it.
Mm-hmm. Who was?
My mom.
What are you guys talking about?
We were just talking about what we were gonna do for the day and stuff.
Yeah. So as far as after you're changing your tire, where were you? You said you're at Ortiz.
Yes.
Were you guys on the street in the parking
In the
lot?
parking lot.
Okay. Did your mom help you do that or no?
No, usually not.
Okay. Who came by when you guys were in the parking lot?
I'm not sure. I didn't really see anyone. So, I mean, I've seen a few cars pass by.
Did you guys talk to anybody?
Not usually, no, unless like the neighbors come out. So,
Did the neighbors come out?
no.
Everybody was inside?
Yeah.
Okay. So what time did you leave your apartment yesterday?
I want to say around like 11:30-ish or 12 or somewhere around there.
In the morning?
In the morning.
Okay, 11:30, 12. Where'd you go after that?
I just went to my friend's and we chilled, and then he said he had to go do something, so I went and chilled with another friend, and that's basically what I did all day.
What friends did you first go to?
So first I went to my friend,
Mm-hmm.
and then I went to my other friend, we met up at a park, but yeah.
What park did you guys go to?
The one it's a little bit past Montebo on Lomas. It's to the right, I'm pretty sure.
Montebo Lomas? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not familiar about there, sorry. How's that park?
It's pretty nice, I didn't even know it was there, so.
It's called Lomas. So we're here because we want to know exactly what happened yesterday, okay? And I think it's important for us to hear your side of exactly what happened. We've talked with a few people, so I am interested in hearing your side of what happened. I think it's important, especially with something like this. So I just want to backtrack just a little bit to when you're changing your tire in the parking lot.
Yes.
So let's talk about that one.
Alright. So while I was changing my tire, my mom saw someone go towards the back of the apartments where they're not supposed to be. So the first apartment in the back there, actually someone rents. On top of that, the next one after that is also rented out.
Okay.
And then the other two, I believe, are abandoned because they were infested. And so a lot of the times crackheads will go back there.
Yeah.
And so she told her not to go back there, and she's all get off the property and all this, my mom. And so she pulled out her gun as the crackhead was walking away, was like, you better get off the property. And so when that happened, crackhead started to walk towards my mom, and my mom handed me the gun after that, was like, here. So I let off 3 shots.
Let's put together Christian's story so far. He and his mom ate breakfast at Wendy's between 9 and 10 a.m., then returned home around an hour later to change a bald tire on their vehicle. During this time, Monique approached them, allegedly confrontational for no apparent reason. And this is when everything went wrong. Christina handed Christian the gun and told him to shoot around her. Of course, Christian did the exact opposite. On the surface, this might seem like an accident, until you take a look at Monique's autopsy results. Out of the 3 bullets that struck her, one of them had entered through the back. This meant she attempted to run away at some point, but Christian still chose to pull the trigger. So did Monique pose enough of a threat at that point for this to be classified as self-defense? This is the key question detectives must get an answer to.
When your mom handed you the gun, did she say anything to you?
She said, shoot around her and not towards her, and that's what I did. But
When you, what gun were you shooting?
my stepdad's.
Was that the brown gun?
Yeah.
Where were you in the parking lot when you...
So I was at the end there where the two spaces are. I was in the second space.
Yeah.
I walked from where I was changing my tire and I shot through the fence.
When you shot through the fence? Okay.
Yes.
And I'm sorry, because
So
this area's big. I was going
this was like a fence.
Okay.
And we'll say the two parking spots. I was standing right here while she was standing right here.
And who's this again? Your mom?
So this is the homeless lady that she was starting to walk away, and then she came.
Okay.
And she was coming at my mom. So
Okay. How was she coming at your mom?
like aggressively, like saying, "Oh, I'm not afraid of a gun. Oh, shoot me." So
Did she have anything in her hands?
I'm not sure. I didn't look. So
Did you see her with any type of weapons? No. Okay. So you're here,
yes,
and she's over here,
yes,
and you said she was walking away.
yes. And then so my mom comes back, or my mom's standing right there with. So my mom would be like right there, standing with. And so as she's walking away, she pulls out the gun and threatens her with it, like, get off the property or I'll shoot you.
Mm-hmm.
And so she starts walking towards my mom.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's when my mom handed me the gun.
Okay.
And I let off 3 shots to try and scare her away, but I guess one hit.
How do you feel?
It's not how I would think I would feel. I just don't know. It's hard to process.
I understand. Have you ever shot a gun like that before?
Well, yeah, I've gone shooting, so.
When you were here and you were pointing the firearm, the gun at her,
Yes.
was your mom saying anything to her?
I don't believe so, but I'm not sure.
Okay. And what was she saying?
She was all, shoot me, is all, I'm not afraid of no gun.
And then you let off 3 shots.
Yeah.
Where were you aiming at when you let off those shots?
I was just aiming outward like this, and just boom, boom, boom. So.
And so when the first shot went off, you said you shot through the fence, right?
Yes.
Okay. How far away is that?
In real life, it's about, I would say like 20 or 30 feet.
Okay. And that's when you let off the first shot?
Yeah.
Okay. And then when did you let off the other ones?
Well, I let them off all like in. So after the first one I let off,
Mm-hmm.
I started to let off the other 2 as well.
Okay. What did you do after?
My mom told me to leave after, so I just left.
And is that where you went to your friend's house after that?
Yeah.
And did you take the gun with you? Where's the gun?
No, I'm not sure where the gun is. She took it with her, so.
Did you give the mom Did you
I gave
give
the gun
to
back.
your mom?
Yeah.
Okay. And what happened? So you just left right away? You didn't see anything else after that?
No, she told me to leave, so I just left.
Okay. Did you think about calling 911?
No, not really. Everybody was already calling 911, so.
Okay. You said you went back to your house a little bit later on.
Yeah.
What did you get when you went back to your house?
I didn't grab nothing, so I was going to, but
Yeah.
there's a lot of stuff, so.
Yeah.
And then my room was a mess, so.
Gotcha. So as far as your intention, when you pointed the gun at her, what was your intention?
Scare away.
This is Christian's side of the story. Now let's hear from Christina, because what detectives need from her is her reasoning for handing over a gun to her 18-year-old son despite being the adult in the situation. Although we have tried to minimize the audio disruption because of Christina's fidgeting, we apologize in advance because it truly does sound like she's flushing a toaster down the toilet.
Tell me what you dealt with. I would love to hear what you had to deal with.
This woman, she was walking up and trucking. She was going into my neighbor's back while the neighbor had been harassed a lot, and we stick up for each other. I don't know her really well, but I do know that she saw her son shot 8 times in front of her in her home. Supposedly something with the ex-husband. I don't know the whole story. And I'm pretty sure that she does drugs here and there on the side, which I don't agree with because I'm not a drug user. But I thought, like, this woman was tough, I mean, like, I can't imagine what that was like. So, anyway, I was telling her, don't go in that walkway. Don't stay out of the alleyway. Stay off of this property, please. And then she started screaming, "I'm just getting this laundry basket," and yelling, and I was like, "Please just leave, just leave, just leave. Please leave." And my son's here. Like, I would feel protective, and I was scared. Because all these people that come up, you never know what they're going to do. You don't know what, almost every neighborhood has some kind of weapon on them. So I said, maybe some kind of gun on me, which I don't like because guns scare me. And I think it was because he was worried because of the shooting before, and I don't trust myself. I'm not a good shot. I don't like that kind of stuff, And she was screaming, and then she was walking away, and then she turned around and she was like running towards me, and I was like,
Who's she? I'm sorry.
so, I don't know. Drug addict, like, and it's always been one, like, every day.
Have you seen her before?
No.
Never?
Not that I can remember. They all look the same to me. I'm not trying to be mean, but there's always different people there in that neighborhood, in front of the houses. I've never experienced anything like this before. It puts a lot of dreads on you, especially as a parent. When I have my daughter crying in the middle of the night, I have to get up, and the dogs are barking, or somebody screamed one time. Someone came and busted one of the windows, and then they just broke the lock. They always break the locks on the gate, so we don't even get to feel safe in our walkways. All my kids, dude, they're all trained to use a gun, except for me. It was really stupid. It's so stupid that
So she starts coming towards you and what?
I asked him if he could put one only a few feet away from her, not hit her, because I know he's a good shot. So she would leave because I was afraid she scared me. My son's, I'm afraid for my life. I don't want to, because I'm not a good shot. I don't want to shoot because I might actually hit her by accident because I don't know how to shoot that good. And so he said, yes, I said, sure, good shot. I don't hurt her, but I was scared, and I'm so sorry, I didn't understand that part. And he said yes, and I said, sure, I don't know why. I was like, I could have just ran away with her. Oh, this is so stupid. I feel like I'm involved. I couldn't stay involved in the world. Why would I do that? I don't know what I was thinking. I've never done anything like this before.
So you asked him, can you put one next to her?
Next to her, like a few feet away. That's what she would leave because I was afraid.
Handing a gun to your son and making him kill somebody because you're not confident using it yourself doesn't exactly scream believable alibi to me. But was she really acting out of fear by handing the gun to Christian? One might be on the fence regarding that, until you consider one glaring issue. Why did she tell him to run? That single decision in the heat of the moment flips the entire narrative on this mother-son duo. And to get to the bottom of what they were really thinking, detectives need to examine intent. Not just Christina's, but Christian's too, because legally, intent is split into 4 key categories. 1. Deliberate. Did he intentionally mean to kill? 2. Reckless. Did he understand the risk of shooting the gun and choose to act anyway? 3. Negligent. Was he unaware of the risk altogether? 4. Accidental. Was it a complete accident? So, which one is it for Christian?
Just so that I understand it a little better, okay?
Yes.
So, tell me how you felt when she was walking yelling at your mom.
I felt like she was going to attack my mom.
What do you mean attack your mom?
Physically harm her.
But you didn't see anything on their hands, right?
No, besides like her body gestures, no.
And then your mom hands you the gun,
Yes.
which you already said it's your stepdad's gun, right? Okay. And you point it at her,
Yes.
and you shoot at her?
Not directly at her, to the side of her, and I shoot, yeah.
Okay. And you shot 3 times.
Yes.
Okay. You then said that she then,
Walks down the street,
okay, and then
and that's all I know.
do you see her?
No, I don't see her after that. After she walks down the street, I don't know where she went, so.
Earlier you said that you knew she got shot.
Yeah. I read the news report, so.
So, and you say you don't know how you feel, but can you try to explain to me how you feel?
It's like, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It's just hard to explain.
Do you see her fall?
No.
You just see her walking away, you give the gun back to her, and then you,
I get in the car and I drive away because my mom told me to drive off, so.
did at any point, did you ever feel that you needed to turn yourself in?
Yeah, it's probably better that way. At least you know, would have a better chance.
Who would have a better?
My mom, because they have the actual person who shot, even if it wasn't intentional. It's still better than someone who didn't, so.
So you didn't mean to pull the trigger?
Not gonna say I didn't, because I'd take my mom again, so.
What did your stepdad tell you when you went home?
He just lived there. So,
Didn't tell you anything?
no.
Did you know who this was? Have you ever seen her before? Can you describe what she looked like to me?
Just like darker lady, longer hair, and some ripped up clothes, I think.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I know.
Did you see any tattoos or anything like that on her?
No. Other than the dirt being on her body, you couldn't see anything else.
Okay. Was she carrying anything?
I don't think so.
No. Did she have a purse or anything like that? Do you know?
Clearly, Christian doesn't care much about whether the force used was excessive or not, because if placed in the same situation, he would do the same thing in a heartbeat. And now that we have his intent, which is more so a homicidal itch, let's hear Christina's too, because it is possible that she gave the gun to Christian in the first place so he could do the dirty work for her.
So you gave it to Christian and you said, can you put one next to her? And you wanted him just to like shoot her like 2 to 3 feet away from her.
Away from her,
And then you said he shot 2 more rounds.
After, I think because she kept coming towards us, and I think he was getting afraid, that she was coming to do something to us. I don't know what he was thinking.
And
Oh, my baby.
where did those other 2 rounds go?
I don't know. I think it was the last one that possibly hit her because she didn't say anything at first. I was like, oh, thank God, because that scared me when he pulled the trigger to it. I was like, oh my gosh, and it stopped, like that. And it looked like, to me, it looked like it was possibly too close to her. So I was, but I couldn't froze for a second, But she was, like I said, she had at the gate when she was had turned back around and she was coming back towards. So I don't know what he was thinking, if he was getting scared because she was screaming. When he first started shooting, the first shot, and then he went and then it was like a pause, and then it was again and again.
What happened after that third shot with the gun? Where'd the gun now? Did he give it to you? Give me that. Did he give you the gun?
Yes.
Okay. And then what happened after that?
He was afraid. I was afraid, and I told him we should wait because, right after I got the gun put on, I was like, oh my gosh, because I heard the girl say, "You shot me, homegirl," and I was like, no, I didn't. Like, but I don't see anything. Like, you look fine to me. Because she turned around and she was walking away towards the Murphys on the sidewalk. I'm like,
Was that after?
I thought she was full shit. I thought
Was that
a lot of
after
people in that neighborhood can't believe anything they say.
When did she start walking away after the first shot?
No, after the third shot. After the third shot, she was walking towards us. Then she turned around and started walking away. So I thought, oh, thank God nothing happened. That's what I thought. I thought nothing happened. I thought she was okay. And I thought, oh, thank God, I was scared. I was scared doing anything. I didn't want to get around us anymore after that because it scared the shit out of me. And I really thought she was okay. I didn't think she was in, and then there was one of the neighbors yelled across me like she got shot. I said, no, she didn't. And then she was like, no, she really got shot. And I seen them run over to her, and she kind of sat down, and they were helping her, and I was like, oh my gosh, you did get shot. And then I told my neighbor was standing there, she's not at 527, she's right before, and I was like, oh my gosh, because she goes, I'm on the phone with the police, it was her husband came outside, and I said, but it was me, I didn't want them to be afraid, because I know that they're my neighbor. I said, it was me, that was my gun. And, I was like, but it was an accident. And so I yelled, and my neighbor's calling the police already, so, because obviously she needs help, right? This woman, and my phone was dead, so I couldn't call 911. I ran to my front door, and I told my son, David, when something bad happened, and I can't come in the house, but take my phone, because it's dead, charge the police to my husband. The girls came outside, and they were kind of seeing everything that was going on. And I was like, can you please call my husband? And I just told him he got on the phone, he was at work, and I said, I'm sorry. I think I shot somebody. And she told herself right here when she said she got shot.
Okay. So why is there a gunshot on her now?
I don't know.
Was she
was walking towards us.
Did your son shoot her as she was walking away?
As she turned, I don't know.
That's important right now. Did your son shoot her as she was walking away?
No, I'm almost 100% positive that she was looking at us the whole time. And then she grabbed herself, she turned around, she started walking, and she said, and then she turned back around and she said, you shot me home, girl. That's what she said. And I was like, what? But I didn't see a meter in the back. She was facing towards us, so that's my honest answer of what I think. But
I really do.
I don't think he would do that.
Remember that Christina doesn't know that Monique has died at this point. At least, not yet.
So unfortunately, we're investigating homicide. What we're doing here is we have a job, and right now our job is to find out exactly what happened. I will put that you were honest and truthful, and you were cooperative with police. I will put that in my report, okay? You are going to be facing some serious charges. Okay? And yes, ma'am.
Would you know if somebody died?
I just heard that. Yeah.
And
I'm a little shocked right now.
I have to go deliver the news to somebody's family that their daughter or their mother is dead. And your son has to answer. Yes, your son has to answer for that, okay? Because he pulled the trigger. And yes, you have culpability in this because you handed him the firearm and you said what you said. We have tons of witnesses, okay? So I want you to understand there's a lot of witnesses that saw what happened. So we knew what happened going into this, but your honesty, it goes a long way with us. So thank you for that. But as of tonight, would you like to know your charges? So tonight you will be charged with an open count of murder. You're going to be charged with aggravated assault. Hold on, conspiracy. Not spit on it. Conspiracy, and also tampering with evidence. Tampering with evidence because when you pick up the casings, and you take a gun and you remove that stuff, that's a crime, okay? You can't, when something like this happens, I'm not saying, I'm not gonna give you any advice, but don't ever touch anything. Don't take the gun to help your son, or don't give your son a gun and say, But since you've been cooperative, okay, like, I will do something for you. I know your husband, he asked me to call and let him know what was going on. What will happen from here is we'll book you into MDC, your son will be booked in. Eventually we're going to. So all of that's something that you'll talk with your lawyer about. You'll talk eventually, that's something, we don't do that part of it. We just do.
And I'm gonna be locked up until everything.
That's also up to a judge. After this, you'll have like an arraignment, it goes to a grand jury.
Complaint would make me, what do they call it, a running risk or?
So you'll have a detention hearing eventually, and the judge will just rule or determine whether you can be released pending trial. And that is something that your lawyer will discuss with you.
Shortly after this, detectives give Christina a rundown of the legal details following her arrest. And the same is done for Christian, who will realize that his life is about to change forever.
Probably something better we could have done than immediately pull the gun out.
Like what? What do you think could have been better?
I don't know. Could have called the cops. My mom could have fought instead of just going to the gun. I don't know, there's a lot of stuff we could have done.
And ask him what you could have done different and ask you how you feel.
How I feel? That it was the wrong choice.
Do you feel bad at all?
Yeah. I'd rather not have people die. Because I'd rather not die either, so.
What we're trying to do is just get what's in your head, how you feel, how you felt, during this moment. I think you've been extremely honest, so I appreciate that, man. Okay? This whole situation is just really unfortunate. I have to go do an executive notification after this and let the family know that their daughter has died. And she also had a little boy who now doesn't have a mom. So I have to go make that. And I know that's not your issue, it's not your problem, but, we're here because of that. You're young, man, you're really young. And everybody's in a bad spot because of this. Your mom's in a bad spot, you're in a very bad spot as well. Okay?
You're being charged since, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did
They did not tell me.
So as of right now, you have an arrest warrant. You're going to be charged with an open count of murder, conspiracy to commit murder, tampering with evidence, probably ×2 at this point. Okay. Do you have any questions for us at all?
No.
Well, it's unfortunate we met under these circumstances, man. I wish you the best of luck with everything in the future. I hope you make better choices. All right. Do you have any questions for us at all?
No.
Okay. Do you need
the officer?
Do you need water? Do you want to use the restroom or anything? Okay, sounds good. Have you been arrested or anything like that before?
No.
No? Okay. When you get up there, they allow you a phone call. Okay, I'd offer to get you some numbers, but I can't go through your phone. Do you want to write any numbers down or anything? Nothing? Okay.
When the two eventually went to trial, Christian's defense claimed that he suffered from a brain injury. But that argument fell apart quickly, because in September of 2024, Christian pled guilty to second-degree murder as part of a plea deal. Consequently, he was sentenced to 18 years in prison, the maximum under the agreement. By April 24, 2025, Christina was also convicted of second-degree murder with a firearm enhancement, aggravated assault with a firearm enhancement, and tampering with evidence. Ultimately, she was sentenced to 26 years behind bars.